I want you to meet Alex. Like so many of us, his nightly routine has completely unraveled. The plan was a 10 p.m. bedtime. The reality? Gaming sessions that stretch until 3 in the morning every single night. Determined to break the cycle, he asks around and lands on a seemingly logical fix: the brutal reset. Stay awake for a full day and night, then crash at the perfect time. It sounds simple. It's a disaster waiting to happen. His mission? Stay conscious for 37 straight hours. He wakes at 9 a.m., already dragging, and fuels up on coffee just to start his day. When 3 a.m. rolls around, his usual crash time, he powers through. More coffee, energy drinks, distractions. For 26 hours, he fights the fog. Then it hits. A wall of fatigue so absolute he can't think. He decides on a quick 30-minute nap, setting an alarm just to be safe. When he opens his eyes, it's 7 p.m. He slept for 8 hours. He didn't just fail, he plunged his schedule into chaos. So what went wrong? The strategy itself was doomed from the start. Even if he had miraculously stayed awake those 37 hours, the fix would have been temporary. Within weeks, he'd likely be back to 3 a.m. Why? Because an all-nighter is a tactical hack, not a strategic repair. It's like trying to solve a plumbing leak with duct tape. The underlying problem remains untouched. For a real solution, Alex needed to address his habits, not just deprive his body.
A gentler, more effective method is to shift his entire routine gradually. Moving bedtime 15 minutes earlier each night is far more sustainable than a brutal marathon. But here's the catch. If you just get into bed 15 minutes sooner, you'll likely just stare at the ceiling for 15 extra minutes. To make it work, you need to understand the two invisible forces governing your sleep and wakefulness. The first is your circadian rhythm, your body's internal, roughly 24-hour clock. This isn't just poetic, it's biological programming. It dictates when you feel alert and when you feel drowsy by managing key hormones. In the evening, your brain releases melatonin, the chemical signal for sleep. As morning approaches, melatonin dips and cortisol rises, priming you for wakefulness. But what sets this clock? In the late 1930s, two scientists ventured deep into Kentucky's Mammoth Cave, a place of total darkness. For 32 days, with no sunlight, a fascinating pattern emerged. Their bodies didn't descend into chaos. Instead, they maintained a reliable rhythm of about 15 hours awake and 9 hours asleep. But their cycle wasn't exactly 24 hours, it was slightly longer. We now know the average human internal clock runs about 24 hours and 15 minutes. So why are we on a 24-hour day? Because sunlight resets us. Dawn's light is the primary cue that winds our imprecise internal clock back to a precise 24-hour cycle. But light isn't the only cue. Your brain can use other reliable, repeating signals like meal times, exercise, or even social interactions as secondary timekeepers. This is why people who are blind can still maintain a rhythm. So Alex shouldn't just shift his bedtime, he must shift his entire day: meals, exercise, and most critically, getting bright light exposure first thing in the morning. Everything you do consistently acts as a checkpoint for your internal clock. Today, however, we face a new challenge: artificial light. Our indoor lighting, especially the blue glow from screens, mimics sunlight just enough to confuse our biology. It tells our brain it's daytime, suppressing melatonin and disrupting our wind-down process. The goal isn't to live in the dark, but to control the timing. Dim, warm lights in the evening and avoiding screens for at least an hour before bed are critical. While blue light filters help, they aren't a complete shield. The second force controlling your sleep is sleep pressure. From the moment you wake, a chemical called adenosine accumulates in your brain. The longer you're awake, the more builds up, increasing your desire to sleep. Think of it like a sandbag slowly filling on a scale. After 12 to 16 hours for most, the weight becomes irresistible, assuming your circadian rhythm is aligned. But there's a popular way to block this signal: caffeine.
Caffeine works by latching onto the brain's adenosine receptors. It doesn't reduce the adenosine, it just mutes the signal, tricking you into feeling alert. But here's the trap. While you're caffeinated, adenosine continues to pile up in the background. Once your body processes the caffeine, the floodgates open. You're hit not only with the sleepiness you delayed, but with all the extra adenosine that accumulated in the meantime. This is the infamous caffeine crash. This is precisely why Alex crashed so hard during his all-nighter attempt. Because caffeine lingers in your system for hours, with a half-life of 5 to 8 hours, it can sabotage your evening. To protect your sleep, you should avoid caffeine for at least 8 hours before your target bedtime. But if you're like Alex, needing coffee just to function, that's a major red flag. It signals you're not clearing out enough adenosine each night. Quality sleep is when your brain cleans house, breaking down that adenosine load. If you routinely cut sleep short, you wake up with a residual deficit, leading to a cycle of chronic fatigue and needing more caffeine. Your need for coffee is a bill for sleep your body has already accrued. So, let's rebuild. Here's your action plan, synthesized from the science. First, abandon the all-nighter fantasy. It harms your health and offers only a fake solution. Second, shift your entire daily routine forward gradually, not just your bedtime. Third, seek morning sunlight. It's your most powerful circadian reset button. Fourth, defend your evenings from artificial light, especially screens. Fifth, respect caffeine's long shadow and cut it off early. And sixth, non-negotiable, prioritize sufficient, high-quality sleep. Sleep is not downtime, it is your brain's essential maintenance cycle. Allow yourself to wake without an alarm when possible, letting your body clear the adenosine fully. This is how you build a schedule that lasts. If this path from chaos to control makes sense to you, please show your support by liking this video. It genuinely helps the channel. Thank you for watching, and may your nights be more restful than last.